Representative Tillberry.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. What's interesting about this whole situation is when we try to take the emotion out of our decisions, we are a body of people that represent people, and we also have compassion towards these people. One of the things that I would like to bring clear to this body is that I had a friend on that bridge that died. His wife is up in the gallery right now listening to this. I want to make sure that we don't lose track of that, because sometimes I think we are. I'm going to tell a little story about Pat Holmes, who is a friend of mine, because I think you can indulge me for that. Interestingly enough, Pat was a very competitive person. I used to bowl with him. But before I even got to know him, he went to Winona State. He was a pitcher for the Winona State Warriors. I knew him because of all the newspaper articles that came out. He was a great pitcher. He then moved on after he graduated, went to Roseville area schools. He worked there as a hall monitor. He was there for a while. He actually graduated in a major called exercise science. He wanted to get into his field. He was using that avenue to get him there. He coached the 9th grade baseball team. Pat was a competitor. That's why I have to stand up today. Pat was my friend. Pat was a constituent. Pat's not there for his family any longer. And to even further bring this to your attention, when Pat was on that bridge, when it collapsed, and you can see the pictures today if you'd like to look on the internet, you all know about the green signs that are above us on the roadways. That came crashing down. That happened to Pat. There is time in this body that we need to take emotion, and we have to have passion. It's not just about the dollars and cents. Some other pieces about this that make it very interesting for my district is there were other people on that bridge also. If you recall, the bakery truck, person in the bakery truck happened to be related to a person in my church. It was their uncle that died. I went to that church for 9 years. I got a chance to serve over in Nigeria on a missions trip, and I got to go with his niece. Another thing to bring it into maybe a little more perspective, the church that I attended for 9 years, they also had a missions fund, and they took care of people. They had a long list of things. When I served on the elder board, I saw that long list. There was a person on that list that was from Minneapolis who had children from the school bus on that bridge. So please, I beg you not to forget. When tragedies happen, we forget. It's a known fact. We forget. We like to push it aside and not consider it. We cannot do that. Interestingly enough, on September 11th, we had a special session. And if anybody knows me and where I came from, it was southeastern Minnesota, and my heart does go out for those people there because they are my relatives and friends. We needed to have a special session for that. And we did. The state came to their aid. But guess what the perception is out there now? The perception is as long as it's an act of God. The state's got you covered. We're there for you. But if it's a bridge that we built, you're out of luck. Is that the kind of Minnesota that we want to be a part of? I don't think so. Representative Winkler, I applaud your efforts. I appreciate what you have done. You have put together a bill that does protect Minnesota. It protects these people. It gives them hope. Hope that their government will be there for them in their need. I hope we remember this. Don't forget them. And I appreciate the support that they have received all over. And Jennifer up in the gallery, I'm really truly sorry that we lost Pat.